Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Panty Nectar podcast, your beautiful host, Panty Nectar.
Hello. Welcome to the Panty Nectar podcast. It is your host, Panty Nectar, here for another episode. We've got some juicy topics today, and I know all you perverts want to know what we're talking about.
Perverts.
Yeah, perverts.
We got a bunch of pervs that listen
Yes,
to us. Well, we're perverts too, Panty Nectar.
I know, because let's face it, even if you don't know what we're talking about, we talk about some interesting things you want to know.
Yes.
So episode 63, I know Mr. P is so happy we are getting closer to 69.
You said it, okay? I didn't have to say it. I was thinking about that before.
So for today's episode, I have something interesting in mind. I wanted to discuss glory holes.
Glory holes.
Dun, dun, dun. I was doing a lot of research. I've never been to a glory hole. Have you ever been to?
I have never been to a glory hole. You look at me, I was like, I have.
The face.
No, I haven't. I'll tell you why later, but go ahead.
Okay, so glory holes, and I was researching just because I was like, I'm curious about the history of a glory hole. When did it start? How did it start? Why did it start? But to start the episode off, if you don't know what a glory hole is, UrbanDictionary.com lays it out very well for you.
Tell us what a glory hole is, Panty Nectar.
A glory hole is a hole made in a thin wall or other type of partition where a man can insert their penis for sexual stimulation by an anonymous person on the other side.
Oh, that's an action-packed sentence right there.
So they say they can be found in bathrooms, in the stall wall, in private rooms, or found in adult bookstores and in dark rooms and labyrinths in bathhouses. Because it is also known that a glory hole is not just a hole that you stick your penis through. It can also be a hole that you peep through.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh, like a little peephole.
Literally a little peephole.
So the glory hole is, and a key thing there was, at least by the Urban Dictionary definition, it says an anonymous person.
Yes.
So this doesn't mean like, I know I've seen a lot of porn where it's like, is that really a stranger sucking your dick on the other end? Or did y'all set this thing up
y'all
right here?
met before the scene. Okay, let's go.
Or like that's your wife, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm not hating it. This shit's fun. It's fantasies that people live out, and I totally understand that. But a true glory hole, as Urban Dictionary defines it, is something that someone sticks their dick through. A wall, a sheet, something like that. I go back and forth, right?
He's already picturing it. Do you remember that? I can't remember where the guy was from. I think we found him from Reddit. It was a guy. A lot of the history of glory holes talks about it being like a discreet way for men who wanted to suck other men off. They could do this in a more private type setting instead of having to meet right out front, in the public, meet each other and do this. They could go somewhere private and do this. So I thought that was interesting as well.
Right.
But do you remember that guy that we found on Reddit he wore a mask, and it was a older male that would meet randoms, and he had like a whole, I don't want to say YouTube because it wasn't YouTube, but he had a whole series of videos. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember that. And what was that? Was that on Pornhub or?
Was it Pornhub?
It was something, but he had like a catalog.
And he could suck some dick.
Deep throat.
Dude.
And it was, and it was like he went for like this. Was it the guy that went for like the curved dicks that went downward or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
What was his
I
don't
remember. But he wore a mask, and
that was a couple years ago. That guy left an impact on us. He's probably listening right now. Like, I told you, motherfuckers.
I remember. Yes, I remember that because I think one thing that sticks out, especially when it comes to other people, is if they're passionate about what they do, and that dude was very passionate about sucking dick through a glory hole. Yeah. So props to him. I think we even talked to him a little bit. I think I specifically remember having a conversation about he would just like put a cloth up somewhere and had a hole through it, and like these people would come to his house and like pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people do that at their house, but commonly I think glory holes are often encountered at like adult bookstores, as they say. And so glory hole. You asked me if I have been to a glory hole or have I had that experience, and honestly, God, no, I never have. And here's why. I'm kind of scared of what that person's going to do on the other side of that fucking wall.
You'd have to be very vulnerable.
Like, I don't know, oh, yeah, you look real pretty. I might even peek through that fucking hole to see. But it's like, what if there's someone just standing off to the side with like a fucking knife that's going to cut your dick off?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
That just went dark. Yes, but that's true.
There's crazy shit that happens out there. And I'm telling you that people are
Someone's fed up. They're like, this is the last day I fucking suck dick.
There's people listening right now driving to work. They're shaking their head like, yep, I know what he's talking about. Talking about.
Funny. Yeah, no, I can respect that. That would be a real fear. I understand that.
And it doesn't, I'm not saying like a chop your dick off Lorena Bobbitt type thing has to be the impending doom, but I'm just always like, I don't know what's on the other end of that wall, or
where they're putting it. Are they even putting it in their mouth? Where are they putting it?
I don't know.
She's like another one today.
I feel like, like glory holes could advance. You know what I mean? Like,
are we about to?
I mean, think about it. You're like, I don't know. Like, I just think glory holes are so 2D. Like there should be a way that like
you choose.
Yeah, or maybe like you could stick your dick through the wall. Oh, I gotta get one.
Oh, okay.
You could stick your dick through the wall, and then you could put on like these VR goggles, and it would have a view on the opposite side.
Okay,
of the
which
person
you don't
that's sucking
usually
your,
get to see.
Right.
Okay.
So it'd be like a mirror, right? Like if you were looking in the mirror, so like you would only see behind them. So that's the view, and that's the VR goggles or some shit, and like you get so it's still anonymous in a sense. You like not really, but at least you kind of interact in a different way.
No, I think that would be hot. You know what I really enjoy is that I don't want to say German because it's probably not German, but those just like whorehouses where they just like have holes in the walls, and the girls, their legs are like. Some of them, their legs are pinned up and they're just all like sitting there talking to each other. And like some of them they're down on their knees where they have to suck dick. Like
that is the
floor is fucking gross.
That's the Czech something.
Yes.
It's the Czech something. There's somebody listening right now.
They're like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The Czech house or something like that. But it's like these and they'll even have like chicks stacked on top of each other, right?
Yes, and the pictures of at least their face.
Yeah,
you get to see their face.
Yeah,
yes.
So see, they get it, right? I mean, like they get it, like they've advanced.
We need to connect more.
Yeah, that's interesting, and like so I've seen those videos, and like they have a whole thing, and of course it's all choreographed, I'm sure, orchestrated. But like it's a really good setup where they have like the guys coming through and it's like they're paying to come in or some shit. There's like somebody taking their money at the door and
some
they're like
older woman.
Some nasty bitch. I wouldn't even do theirs. So they just keep going, right?
Oh my God.
And then they can, like I was saying, they can have like chicks stacked on top of each other and like this wall and like her legs like. The chick on bottom, or like even both of their legs would be out, and like you could be fucking one and like eating the other's pussy or something like that.
Okay.
And then have like like you said, the pictures of them up.
Yes.
And there'll be like a line of guys behind that one dude. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's great.
Like, where did people come up with this shit? You know what I mean?
Well,
I wish I was that creative.
Interesting enough, I actually found on Wikipedia.
Is this a Wikipedia about
yes,
glory holes?
This is a Wikipedia about glory holes. And
tell us about it, Penny.
So under history, it says the first documented instance of a glory hole was in a 1707 court case known as Trials of Thomas Vaughan and Thomas Davis in London, England, which involved the extortion of a man known in the documents only as Mr. Gilliam. So it says the courts heard that a man, Mr. Gilliam, had visited a washer and stall to relieve himself when another male put his penis through a hole in the wall. Mr. Gilliam, surprised by the action, fled the washroom, only to be followed by the male who cried out that he would have had sex with him. Mr. Gilliam was then confronted by Mr. Vaughn, who, knowing Mr. Gilliam's innocence, threatened to turn him into the police and reveal him to his wife if he did not pay a sum of money. How fucking crazy.
This dude was being extorted for some glory hole incident.
Yes.
This was in 1707.
1707.
So see, just like the fucking cosmos have fascinated men and women for a long time.
Yeah.
And, just like flight fascinated men and women for a long time, so did sticking your dick through a fucking wall.
Since the dawn of time.
It's like probably like the first time somebody fucking cut a plank of wood and they saw that little knot hole in it. So it was like, let me stick my dick through that thing. I mean, you see what people stick their dicks in now.
Yeah, well, and we even have versions like what are they called? Milking tables?
Funny. Yeah.
Where
you
can lay. I think that's hot. We should
my
totally
birthday
get one.
kind of just passed, but maybe next year.
We can get one. We should
funny.
get one. Because if anything, you can get a massage.
Yeah.
And then if anything, you get your dick sucked.
Oh man, I saw on Twitter today, I think it's Twitter, maybe it's Reddit. There was some dude on a milking table, but it was like a completely different type. Well, it wasn't completely different. There were like 3 chicks there. One that was like stroking his dick, one that was just like rubbing his legs, and one that was like rubbing his shoulders. And like it wasn't like this.
That's great.
It wasn't like this highly sexually charged,
crazy.
Sexual. It was just like a smooth little clip, and this dude fucking busted a nut on the chick below. It was awesome. Yeah,
that's great. That sounds very.
So relaxing. I was thinking, that maybe we could get a milking table and
2 other chicks.
Yeah, and 2 other chicks. That sounds like a great idea. It's a win-win.
It is. Someone gets a load.
Speaking of that load that I busted on you yesterday, that was one for the record books.
Oh my god!
Can we talk about that? For a second?
We can talk about that for a second. All I did was go put on some yoga pants and this new T-shirt that I got that was ribbed just like the pants, skin tight. It was light pink, so you could kind of see through it.
Is that light pink?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
It was a light pink.
Okay.
What color do you think it was?
Oh shit, my old ass! I thought it just looked white.
It was light pink. It was light pink. If you,
I'm going blind over here.
My goodness. Well, comment on the Instagram post or the OnlyFans post and tell me what color you guys thought it was. I thought it was light
fucking
pink.
hot though.
It was very hot. It was cold yesterday, so you could see my nipples. And I think I probably made it like 10 feet into the kitchen, and you were like, oh no, we gotta go back to the bedroom.
Come back over here, I said. I was like, no, you're not going anywhere.
Yes, and then we got on the chair, and you fucked me from behind like that for a little bit.
Well, first I had you suck my dick.
Yes, well, we always start out with that. That's our thing.
Yeah, it's just like
some throat fucking.
Yeah.
And then you had me get on the chair, and then you took my pants off and fucked me like that. And then I guess you just decided you were going to give me a facial. At the end of it, you were like, "You're getting a big load on your face," and I was like, "Okay."
I knew I had a big load. I knew it was one of those moments. I was like I'm not wasting this fucking anywhere else.
Yeah,
but your face.
If you watch the video too, like I thought it was the last rope, and then like I'd get hit again, and then I thought that was the last one, then I get hit again, and I think that happened like 4 more times, and then like. Afterwards, I just opened my eyes and everything was dripping, everything. And I was like, we need to get pictures of this right now because it is amazing.
Yeah, it was a good one. You were like, oh my God.
It was, and then we're like, wait, get in better lighting. And I'm like, okay, it's just dripping down my eye. We got to get pictures. It was a huge load.
Yeah, it's one of those that kind of goes from epic to funny like halfway through. You're like, oh yeah, this is like start laughing and shit.
He's like, fuck yeah.
Kind of like that cream pie the other night. We did like that cream pie the other night when you were riding my dick. And like when you slid off of it, my dick just fucking like whiplashed back and hit my stomach. I probably had a bruise the next day.
I knew I was trying to come up so slow because I knew as soon as it got out of me, it was going to, because I could feel how rock hard you still were.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew it was going to slingshot out. And it did. And it made such a loud thud.
Yeah.
And then your cream pie just dripped out of me.
Panty nectar. Newsflash: anytime anybody's inside your pussy, they're going to be rock hard.
Yeah, no, it was. You were solid.
Look at you. You look fucking hot too, Panty nectar. We didn't even talk about what you were wearing before we started the show.
Thank you. Do you like this?
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So I am wearing a mesh bralette top, kind of strappy, and mesh bottoms.
Hot.
Right?
It's hot.
Leaves like just enough. And I think black like just fits so well.
And these little straps right here. These little straps are sexy as fuck on your little boobies.
And my blonde hair. Could you guys picture me with any other?
This bottom part almost looks like a fishing net or something.
Right? It does a little bit. Yeah.
It's like, let's go put this in the boat. Sure. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, Penny Next. I didn't mean to throw you off track on your glory hole discussion over here.
No, that's okay. No, I think it would be interesting. Maybe one day we stumble across a glory hole, and I would love to just like talk to people that do go to glory holes.
I mean, like I'm totally down to fucking stick my dick through a wall and get it sucked. It's just like I just want it to be like
not scary.
You know, like when I think of glory holes, and this isn't, I don't know, it's not whether it's fair or unfair. I just think it's some nasty ass like fucking back alley type
dirty
place
ass
that like
carpet.
The lights don't even work in it, you know what I mean, and smells like fucking 1982 cigarettes and shit.
Yes.
Like that's what I think when I'm like I don't think of like a nice circular hole cutting wall. I think of like somebody that just like took a fucking knife and tried to notch a hole out, you know, and it's all jagged and shit. That's what I think when I think of a glory hole.
No, I do too. That's why I think like I would like to go out to a place. Like I would love to go to like a swingers place. So like, but like a good one, like you're saying. I don't want to go to like a rugged one where you don't really know like if the sofa's that clean.
Yeah.
I want to go to somewhere where like it's nice and I can maybe dress up really nicely and like I don't even know.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a costume one, but not a costume like a masquerade type thing.
Yeah,
that'd
you
be
walk
fun.
around all sexy and shit.
Yeah, yes.
You think people know that you were a panty nectar if you showed up like that?
I don't think that. I think if I like had a mask and stuff, I don't think that people would just like a little, you know what I mean, little mask. You think people would recognize me?
They'd probably be like, I spot that ass. I'm telling you, it's like
I walk around all the time, and I wonder if people know like.
I read
the
comments. People on Reddit are like, I didn't even have to look at the name. I knew this was you just by your pussy.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, worldwide.
How
baby.
cool is that? That like, someone the other day, they were talking to me about this stuff and they were like, man, I don't know if I can do that, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I don't have any like.
Understandable.
Yeah.
It's
and
not trying to convince you to do it.
Yeah. And I don't have any like issues with it. I think that like I'm just being open.
Yeah, like before like Mr. P, I don't know, it's just like people are, I guess many people, right? At least in there, I don't know, it's kind of hard to it's like culturally kind of people think it's just unacceptable, right? To like because oftentimes people are trying to hide that, like, because we all have these pictures on our phones, right?
Exactly.
This is the thing that gets me, like when people are like, oh, like don't share my nudes, or like they try to extort people or blackmail them. And so if you don't do this, I have these pictures of you and I'll send them to your family or I'll send them. Now it's like, please do that. Is by the way, fucking tag me in them, please.
Right.
Please
it's like, just at me.
So like I don't know. It's kind of weird. Before it's like it's just a paradigm shift in your mind, though.
I was about to say like a certain type of freedom where you're just like, it's like people, you just don't care. I don't know how else to explain it. You just like, once you let go of that, it's almost like, the advice that everyone gives you, like, oh, when you're on the stage, giving a speech, just picture everyone in the stage, in the stands naked, picture everyone naked. That'll make you feel better. And it's like that, if everyone sees you naked, why the fuck do I care about anything?
Yeah,
else?
if I had,
that's the worst. So whatever.
If I did that and I was giving that speech, I'd be staring at the third row with a chick with the big tits, and I'd kind of get fucking choked up.
They'd
in my
see you
speech a little
start
bit. turn around and be like, what's he doing up there? Don't worry about it, you know?
That's funny. You
Just
know
fucking rubbing one
that
out.
saying though, right? That's
No, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not trying to convince people to do what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
But personally, I like showing my dick to the world.
And that's the thing.
And guess what? I'm going to do it a whole lot more
And
for
that's
the
what
rest of my fucking life.
And that's what I appreciate.
If you don't like it,
is
fuck
that you allow me the freedom to do what I want and vice versa. Like we both flourish in this relationship and it grows. So I don't know. I think that's what a lot of other people lack maybe is that support and that acceptance from their partner.
I like busting big loads, Panty Nectar.
I know you do.
I just started thinking, I'm like, man, like I could do some type of like, because I was just thinking, I'm going to be doing this shit for a long time. I love doing this shit.
You should do a load tutorial.
Like a compilation or something. Or do a 30-day challenge or some shit.
Yeah.
Bust a load every day for 30 days. See which one's the biggest.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That would be cool. No, I think a compilation would be cool because people would just like to see the loads after load, after load, after load. I think I'm like, I want to see that.
We should do one like maybe like a month, maybe like a 30-day challenge 1 month. Of like everyday facial. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, we should do that.
Hell
if
yeah.
you guys would like to see that, write us in on whatever platform you're on, and we would love to hear from you. If you have any topics you'd like us to discuss, like glory holes, like we did today, or anything else, please write me in as well. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 63.
Don't be sticking your dick through strange walls that you don't know the person's on the other end. It might do something crazy. We'll see you, Panty Nectar.
Oh my goodness. I have to read these comments. They're probably